Hey guys, welcome back to the Pine Box Perspective channel. Today I want to show you something I'm pretty excited about. I can't believe I found this near the house, but if you guys are into foraging wild edibles, let me show you something real quick. So we've got morel mushrooms that were growing near the house, and I found one last year and it was kind of a fluke. It looked like a gumball. You know, you run over it 100 times with the lawnmower, knock the spikes off of it. It was a little bit darker than these, but these right here, we've got some beech leaves that I've crumbled up as sort of a comparison. That's a pretty good fire starter too, by the way. But these guys were poking up out of the foliage near the deck, and you can see this one right here it's a pretty good idea of the shape. This is a smaller one. They get pretty big. I want to say about 6 inches, you know, on the cone side, or they can. This one here, the big old tube on that guy, but they're hollow all the way through. And here's one that I've cut down just to show you what it looks like on the inside. Hollow all the way through. Now, when you're foraging for mushrooms, you want to be aware of, you know, your non-edible or poisonous lookalikes. They say there are some with these. To me, they don't really, everything I've looked at, they don't really look like a morel, like truly like a morel. Well, these guys are kind of shaped like a, like I said, if this were darker, like the one I found before, it'd look like a gumball with the spikes knocked off of it. But it reminds me of, here's a corn cob, you know, something like that maybe. As a rough comparison, I guess. But guys, these things are considered a delicacy. They're really good. Now, most of the time, you'll find these around tulip poplars and things like that. But they the soil temperature and the soil conditions have to be just right, and it's usually around now, you know, March to April, depending on where you live. And they come for a while and then they're gone. So that's why I'm so excited about it, because I can't believe we found them. They'll poke up under the foliage. Now, a good way to find them really is take a leaf blower, blow some of your leaves back, and see if you see these guys trying to poke out. They'll lift up the leaves a little bit, but if you take a rake or a stick or something, try and drag the leaves back, you're just going to knock them off and break them. Now, one rule of thumb that everybody says is you take one and you cut it, and you'll come in with your knife, you know, say it's on the ground, and somewhere about, like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch, and you kind of cut it back. Be easy with it. Then you take it and you tap this over the stem that you cut off, and it's supposed to knock some of the spores back, and maybe they'll grow back. I don't know. But like I said, these things are, a lot of people say they look forever and never find them. We got pretty lucky, I guess. We found about 6 or 7 so far in the last few days around the house. One was near an old hog pen last year that I found, and that's kind of what we talked for a couple of years about, maybe hunting wild edible mushrooms. And I found that one, and we kind of started looking last year. So, you know, we found chanterelles, we found, you know, chicken of the woods, different things like that. Some oysters up in a tree that we couldn't get to just around the property here. But we've got like a handful of mushrooms that we're comfortable with right now, and this is one of them. Just because I know that there's nothing that really looks like this. I mean, these things are cool. We ate some last night. They're pretty good. I do recommend that if you're like a texture person, go ahead and like turn your heat up a little bit higher. Throw some butter in the pan, salt and pepper, maybe some garlic, and fry them a little bit harder, because when they're soft, the texture's kind of strange, but they are good. So my wife was pretty excited about finding these, but she did not like the texture of them, but she still wants to look for them, which is a good thing. I'll eat them anyway. Like I said, the texture's kind of gummy. It reminds me of when I ate an octopus tentacle one time. It was cold from a sushi bar, and I didn't really like it, but it's not that hard. So they are pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And guys, you can get out there and basically you can just find a salad in the woods, just for looking for things like this. But these things come and go. I think they're around for about a month and then they're gone. So, but we found these under some evergreens, some pine trees near the deck, and people say that they really like hardwoods. So that I thought that was kind of odd that we found them under there. We also found some under a tulip poplar, which is what everybody says they like. So I don't know if the poplar tree, you know, the limbs falling off of it does something to the soil. I'm not really sure. But anyway, guys, Morel mushrooms, this one here really didn't get to mature. You can see it's a little bit dry on top. It's fine to eat. Now I've soaked these in water for a couple hours now. I'm just kind of saving them. I'm going to cook them up tonight just to eat them. But really kind of hard to mistake these. And like I said, this one here really looks like what a morel is supposed to look like. It's just small. Now, like I said, I cut this one down. It's hollow all the way up. It's basically just a tube, you know. But they look like beech leaves. They pop up under beech leaves and other kind of things like that. Looks kind of like a corn cob or a gumball. But anyway, guys, get out there and check it out and see what you got around your yard. You may need to use it one day, you know, but these things are really good. Some people consider these a delicacy. So anyway, it's just fun to do. We get the kids out there. My youngest daughter, she's almost 2. Next month she will be 2, and she found one today. It was dried out, it was dead, but she spotted it, and I thought that was pretty neat. So anyway, guys, like I said, get out there, check out your property, see what you got. You never know what you might need, and you never know what you got around you. Like I said, some people have looked for these things for years and never found them. We got kind of lucky, and it was a pretty cool find. We were pretty excited. I called my wife. I was like, "Hey, come out here and check this out." Yesterday, she called me and said, "Hey, you'll never guess what I found." So early spring is kind of morel season, I guess. Like, you know, into March, going into April around here. We're in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. It's a pretty cool find. It's a pretty exciting find. Now, you know, chanterelle season will pop up early summer, and then, you know, prime mushroom season is usually about August, and then it kind of tapers out. But we're starting to find a lot of stuff around here that we can eat, and we're trying it, and we're doing our research on it, and we're really enjoying it. We're having a good time out here doing this. We're getting the kids involved, and obviously try a little bit of something. You can do the old rule of thumb where you can rub something on your skin and wait a little bit and see if you get a rash from it if you're worried about an allergy. Typically what we do with mushrooms is, if we find one we've never tried before, we'll eat a little bit, and we'll wait like 30 minutes, and everything's fine. If our mouth don't feel funny and things like that, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll eat a little bit more. And after that, you know, the next day, if we saved any and we dehydrated some, then we'll just kind of keep that. We'll, you know, make it for soups or whatever. But guys, get out there. Mushrooms are great. A lot of people don't like mushrooms. I really do. I really like them. But this is a pretty exciting find. So all right, guys, you take care, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Pine Box Perspective, and we're out of here.